Good day, people, and welcome to the channel again. Today we are exploring the beautiful village on this very sunny and wonderful day of Warmington. This is my childhood village, and we're going to explore and have a look at some geocaches and some just explore the area around Warmington and the historic buildings that are here as well. I've lived in this village all my life until 5 years ago, and I have some very fond memories of being here. But yes, we'll go and have a look. We've just found one micro geocache, and we'll go and see if we can find some others. The first stop on our little tour is the site of what used to be Warmington Dummy Airfield. So in World War II, there is, at the nearby village of Polbrook, an old World War II US air base, well, RAF base as well. It was used in the war to fly B-17s out of during obviously missions and bombing runs. I think it was the, I like to say the 38th bomber group, but I'm not too sure if that is correct. But yes, there was an American bomber group that used to fly out of there, and this is the remains of what used to be a shelter for the workmen and the crewmen and the personnel that used to basically move around dummy aircraft just to make it look like obviously a operational airfield. And it is obviously been graffitied by the youth, but it is still in remarkable condition for its age. But I'm not going to disclose the location because I don't want it getting ruined anymore. But yes, in the war it was used as a dummy airfield to obviously as a red herring for the enemy to bomb this instead of Polbrook. Polbrook Airfield is somewhere that we will cover at some point on this channel. I'm a big fan of World War II history, and Polbrook Airfield is one of those incredible historic places. Next stop is the Warmington, well, what used to be called the Fun Field many years ago. I think it's just called the recreation field now. Used to be a BMX track in the corner there, but obviously it got overgrown and fell into a state of repair. But yes, they hold football matches, also use the field for you know, main events like I think the Jubilee we used for to celebrate Her Majesty before her rather sad death. But yes, we're going to carry on down here to Eagle Fort. The next location, hopefully we can fight our way through these brambles, is the old Warmington dovecote. Now up here, when I was a kid, used to always come up here and play in the dovecote. It should hopefully, however, now be all locked up. However, I've just noticed that the gate is bolted shut, which clearly now means that it is not accessible. But yes, this is the old Warmington dovecote. Back in the old days, you used to keep doves in there, and in the centre there is like a ladder or a spiral that goes round and round, which obviously would have been used to access the top of the dovecote. But yes, it's a beautiful and rather stunning building that you don't see around much often. Coming down and under what is the A605, we have the beautiful underground monument, which was designed I think about 10 years ago as a feature for the village. Down this little area here we have what is the quarries and Elton Quarry. As you can see, we are on a bike today, as Warmington is quite a large village, but so it's not really a walk, it's more of a history bike ride. But we come into what is Warmington Mill. Many years ago it was used as a flour mill to obviously grind flour, and there would have been a water wheel on the right hand side. It is now a showroom and business space, which then it goes into the mill pool, which I've had many kayaking experiences in. It's just a really lovely, stunning part of the village, and a bit of local knowledge for you, and that is many years ago a local farmer used to keep his chickens in it, and one day the mill caught fire and burnt down, which is obviously all part of the history. But it was rebuilt, and as you can see is now a commercial and business space. From the back of the mill we have what is Elton Boat Club. So obviously you can join the Elton Boat Club and have a boat on the river. There are moorings available. Over here is the field that crosses, as you can see just in the distance, if you can see it, that is Fotheringhay Church, and over beyond there is the quarry. So over in the distance there is Warmington Lock, which is now on the other side of what is now the new Warmington quarry. As you can see, they are digging out sand and gravel out of this quarry. It was built, well, excavated, I think about 5-6 years ago. This did used to be all woodland until it was excavated and taken out, but it is still rather a beautiful area. Next off we have the beautiful Warmington Manor House, which is located in the centre of the village, owned by, I believe, Elton Estate, and round to the right is the old chapel, which was built in 1881. Next we have what is now Manor Place. Must be about 10 years ago now. This used to be the site of the old Warmington Social Club, which I used to remember many fun nights in, playing pool, having a fruit shoot, and discos and everything. But sadly the social club went into a bit of a state of, you know, disrepair and profit loss and everything, and it was sold to a developer, and now we have some absolutely beautiful houses placed on it. Here is one of Warmington's what used to be probably oldest pubs. This is Hawkboy Lane, and this used to be the Hawkboy, as I understand used to be an old probably 18th century pub with its very famous bell bollard just outside. Next on our little tour we have what used to be Warmington Bell's Butchers. It was a butcher's for quite a long time, up to about 5-6 years ago, and it is now what appears to be a private house. And going round with the church in the distance is Glebe Stores, which has been a shop, convenience store and post office for as long as I've been alive. Brilliant little bit of history for you, and that is the Red Lion pub that we've just passed. It is 17th, early 18th century, and the toilet block used to be the village's old fish and chip shop. And the dovecote that we have obviously been to is 300 years old. 800 wooden nest boxes are in there. The Church of St Mary's, which we're going to go and see in a bit, was started in 1180 and completed in 1290. Much history to do with this wonderful little village. Across from Warmington Village Hall we have the beautiful church of St Mary's. This church is open to the public, and has obviously been here for a very long time. is an absolutely stunning church. Absolutely beautiful. Stained glass window at the rear with 2 organs, one at front of the church and one at the back of the church as well. Little bit of local history for you. My grandparents donated money to the church to repair the bells as they needed replacing, and I believe that there is also a plaque on the wall here that says that Dennis and Rosemary Turner contributed to the appeal to replace the great bells, which, however, that story is not a beautiful tale. That it is because a few years after the bells were replaced, shutters were put on the tower to reduce the noise. So this part here, which we are on a lane called Long Lane, which isn't just because it's long, well, that's probably why they called it that anyway, but in the 1300s, down here, which is Taylor's Green, which is sort of like the bit that runs along the back of the village, used to be a small hamlet called Souththorpe, which declined after the Black Death back in the 1300s. But this lane used to connect that small hamlet and Warmington, and obviously over time it has merged into one, and the same with another small hamlet of Eaglethorpe, which is where the mill and the dovecote is, which obviously has now all merged into one with obviously the expansion of Warmington. This part, which is the track which goes past Long Lane Farm and all the way to what is one of the back roads to Polbrook, is well, what I call the ford. So a little patch of water, obviously it drains the water from off the fields, and I remember many years as a child with my bike going through the water on a hot sunny day. But yes, this is also the track which you go far enough, goes all the way to next village, which is Ashton, and also on this track you go past Oundle School's firing range, which obviously when the red flag is up oh, a fly, sorry, when the red flag is up, you take cover. Why the long face? Up at the top near the 605 we have obviously the Warmington services, which has been many other things over the years. It's been a Jet, it's been a Texaco, but now it is a big SO. It's just been recently developed, and it now has a Greggs for all you sausage roll lovers. And here, which is obviously is now just deserted land, but it used to be a Little Chef and a Gem's Diner. What we do have from the fuel station down to access to Elton Boat Club is what is the remains of the old 605. So where the 605 is now currently is the new road, and this is the old road which crosses where the 605 is now, and used to go past the Red Lion until it was about, I believe, 1980s, 1990s, when the Warmington bypass was built, which obviously diverted traffic around the village, which obviously it was a good thing, because if it was still going through the village now, God knows what it'd be like. So coming back into the village near the pub, Red Lion, this part used to be the old original 605 before it was diverted, and obviously it used to go around the corner and join the main road to Oundle. And we finish at the back of what is Big Green with the massive hill. You can walk up there and takes you up the top road to what is the Morburn mast, big BT telecoms mast. But yes, you can see obviously the church there, and if you go all the way up to the top of the hill, you can actually see the wind turbines at Burton Latimer on a clear day like today with a powerful enough camera. And with that, that is a historic walk of Warmington. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and yes, we will see you again very soon.